Hello, welcome to GIR.
This is Luncheon Meat.
This is Luncheon Meat too. Both are Luncheon Meat. Can you tell the difference? One
Yes.
is real, the other one is plant-based.
Yes, and tonight on GIR, we are going to have some fun. We are going to do this great blind taste test. It's plant-based meat versus the real meat. Okay, so we're going to have everything from luncheon meat all the way to siew mai even. Okay, so if you really like it, we would love to have you support us by liking and sharing this video. And yes, stay tuned and we'll be right back. Hello, welcome back. Welcome to GIR. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Janet.
I'm Qi.
Yes.
Oh,
And-
this is Luncheon Meat.
This is Luncheon Meat too.
Yeah.
Can you tell the difference? So one is real and the other one is plant-based.
Yes, yes. So welcome to GIR. The GIR program is actually Get It Right. Basically, we are, the three of us are really always curious about so many things, right?
Yes.
Everything under the sun. We're always, looking around, digging up fun facts, trying to debunk myths on various topics. So tonight we are back on GIR, the three of us, and we are going to have a lot of fun, I'm very sure, because we are going to do this great blind taste test. Wow, 有点卷舌 yeah. Okay, on plant-based meat versus real meat. Okay, so I think first of all, I would like to ask this question. Have you guys actually tried plant-based meat before? Okay, if you have tried, can you share with us whether you like it? What are the stuff that you have eaten? Anyway, so okay, welcome back. Sorry about that. I think you were seeing us, but you couldn't hear us. Welcome. For those of you who have just tuned in, I'm Stephanie.
I'm Janet.
I'm Qi.
Yes, welcome to Get It Right.
Yes.
Okay, GIR. Today, we are back on this episode of GIR. We're going to do something really fun. It's going to be, the battle between plant-based meat and real meat. We're going to do a blind taste. I think you're not the one eating. You're so different. Yeah. That's why we always do a lot of session on food, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's we're going to do this blind taste test between plant-based meat and the real meat. Okay, and we will actually pose this question to all of you who happen to be watching us. Have you actually tried any of the plant-based meat recently, or maybe a few years back? What's your experience? Do you actually like it? And why do you want to choose plant-based meat? We would love to hear from you. I think really right. Plant-based meat has actually become quite a large part in Singaporean diet, especially in the last 2 years. I think for a very obvious reason, more and more we are more health conscious. Naturally, I think what people think about plant-based product is because it's vegetable, it's made of vegetable, soya, largely. So anything that is more plant-based, they feel is a healthier version. Okay, and also I think it's due to the fact that the fear of these various diseases. Obviously, with COVID, there are diseases that's passed on from animals to human, just like they claim. With our COVID situation, so more and more people are also concerned about this area. So that's why they are cutting down on their meat intake and they want to go for plant-based. And I think certainly all the people who are out there who are more environmental conscious, obviously livestock, rearing is basically the most pretty much a lot of contamination, right? Pollution due to that, right? So that's why more and more people are turning to plant-based products, plant-based food, plant-based meat. Okay, and yes, when we were planning this episode, actually last year in July, we actually did one episode on, plant-based burger. Yes, I cannot see the word.
Margaret Lim.
Hi, Margaret. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much. If you are enjoying what you are watching right now, please help us like and support. Every little sharing and liking us will help us a lot. Okay, it will make us very, very happy. Thank you so much, Margaret, for tuning in. Yeah, so I was talking about last year, July, we actually did a plant-based. Yes, we have these two handsome guys, Tommy and Stanley, who joined us last year. And time flies now. It's been it's almost May, and we are back here because since the last episode, Janet, isn't it? The plant-based meat has evolved so much, right?
Yeah,
in terms of variety.
Yeah, from last year, right, we have this beef.
Right.
From then until now, we have many varieties. We have chicken, we have dumpling, we have the bacon.
Yes, bacon.
Yeah, when I went to NTUC, I saw different types of plant-based meat. Compared to last year, it's only beef.
Yeah.
And they, the way they do it, it's not like the vegetarian store that we had at our hawker center.
The Chinese style is
The
Which
Chinese
is very
style,
starchy,
correct. But they do it until really like real, look like real. But the taste wise, we will taste later.
Yeah, you don't taste.
we don't get to taste.
Our guests will get to taste.
Yes.
Is it you're very hungry? You keep holding on.
Actually,
the two plate in your hands.
Yeah, we feel like to eat, right? To eat fast.
And of course, they were talking about so many few years back. Even the taste and stuff like that.
Yes.
And Janet, you were saying, now there's so much variety. And fast forward to 2022, fast forward to 2022, right? Yeah, basically we have not just
the
big
supermarket chain that is actually offering the plant-based meat product. You have also specialty store, you know. There's one, actually I don't name the name, but you know, okay, yeah. Okay, yes. We are back on Facebook. Sorry about that. I think you were not hearing us. So welcome once again. Apologize for that slight technical glitch. Yeah, we're just saying that how plant-based meat has evolved through the last few years, you know, and besides the beef patty, Janet was talking about really everything from dumpling,
chicken, then
Bacon,
bacon, turkey breast even, they were talking about that, and fish fillet. Yeah,
sausage.
filet, gyoza, everything, you know, you name it, they have it. And they have now specialty store. They are carrying so many, mainly just plant-based products. In fact, I found one, okay, I'm not going to name the name, but there's one big cafe at Vivo City itself, which retail all the plant-based product. And at the same time, you can walk in and order and sit down in a very nice environment. And of course, all the restaurant, isn't it, Jeanette?
Yeah,
Restaurant
right.
and cafe.
Correct.
Yeah,
They're
I
also
saw.
offering,
Yeah, so many. I think like hot pot. I saw hot pot which uses all plant-based meat product. Yeah. So have you tried any of those that we've just mentioned? Have you tried? Yeah, the hot pot. I think if I'm not wrong,
or even the Korean barbecue chain, they are offering all the plant-based version. Yeah, so many options. I haven't tried those except for the burger. So tonight I'm really curious as well as to how far plant-based meat has evolved, you know, since the last time where we did the burger. What about in terms of health point of view? Do you think, Jiwei, what have you found out?
Actually, plant-based is although made of plant.
Yes,
it definitely have health benefits too.
Of course,
to everyone else, like we reduce some health diseases, cut down on some calories. But of course, it's high in sodium.
Yes, it's really super high in sodium.
Super processed.
Correct, and ultra processed food is so later on while we do the blind taste test, we also have prepared you know all the nutrition value of the versus plant-based versus the real meat, and you can have a look as well. And they are not necessarily much healthier, okay, in terms of calories or in terms of fats or in terms of even protein. Is it really higher or lower? How lower, much higher. So we have dig up all those facts to share with our friends who are watching tonight. Okay, so yes, thank you for those who have just tuned in to our Facebook, our IG. Welcome tonight to GNR. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Janet.
Yeah, we're starting very soon. We don't want to keep our guests in case they are too hungry already. We're so glad, they actually take time to join us today. We are going to go into our blind taste test very soon. So, why don't we welcome our dear friend to come and join us and take a seat. Hello, make yourself comfortable. Hello, Hayden. Hi, Wansi.
Hello.
Yeah, make yourself comfortable. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, make yourself comfortable first. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you feeling now? Are you hungry?
I feel excited.
A bit hungry. Okay, good. You're hungry. You're not hungry. Oh dear. Okay. So tonight, all we want, but I think first of all, we really want to thank Wansi and Hayden for being so sporting and coming onto our live stream tonight. And basically, your role is really just enjoy the food. Although it's not prepared by the three of us, it's prepared. So later, if it's not nice, don't blame us. You blame the ones who have prepared the food. And we have prepared actually 4 different dishes. Okay. And I think that's fun. So
we are going to just do this blindfolding. Okay. So the very first, we can continue. Yeah. We will keep talking, yeah? Okay, yes. So we are going to start this blind taste test segment. Okay, so 4 dishes that we have prepared. What we want to do is, we will have Wansi and Hayden to actually blindfold, and then they will taste, and then they will tell us actually which one do they think is the real meat. I think just tell us which is the real. So you will because we have labeled it so we know ourselves. So later when we serve you, we're going to tell you this is A, and then the other one that you taste, this is B. So you just tell us, is it A or B is real meat? Okay? Yeah. Taste, is it tasty or not? You give some, 跟他们打分等一下. Okay? And then after that you eat, let's share, how do you enjoy actually the plant-based meat? How is it very different? Is it tasty, or do you like it? How about that? Okay. Yes. So the very first dish, right, that we prepared, okay, is actually it involved the luncheon meat. Okay. So we don't want to make it so simple for them. Okay. Although maybe it may, because we haven't tasted it ourselves, it may taste very, very different or not different. But basically, what's going to happen is for the luncheon meat itself, we have prepared, it in the Maggi mee. Okay, 给你们吃饱饱. Okay, so but before we serve up, I think we should blindfold them first. Okay, so yeah, we'll help you. And if you need some water, we have also prepared. Okay, so while they are doing it, I'm just going to say hello to all our friends here. Okay, thank you for tuning in to our Facebook Live on Get It Right, on our Facebook and our IG. Hi, and our YouTube channel as well. Tonight we are talking about which is real, really plant-based or the real meat, right? So the focus now, and we're going to start this blind taste test. Okay, the first one we're going to introduce is our luncheon meat. So if I can get our friends to help us bring in actually the 2 bowls of the luncheon meat, the Maggi mee, please. Thank you very much. Okay, if the mic I put here, is it? Okay, so, okay, why don't we, let's zoom in the camera and let them, okay, then we have another 2. Okay, so this is just to up the level and make it more fun, because we didn't want to serve the luncheon meat just by itself. So usually when you eat Maggi mee, I think all of us, most of the time, will crack an egg and then we'll add the luncheon meat, right? Yeah, so how many of you at home, you also eat? How many of you at home also eat luncheon meat in, in Maggi mee and egg? We should ask Hayden and Wansi. Do you actually eat, Maggi mee with luncheon meat and egg? No, I don't. Okay, never mind. Okay, so okay, yeah. So yeah, this is the first time they are trying. So we are gonna give you. This is A, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we are gonna put it onto their plate. Okay, maybe we have to help them onto their plate lah. Just I think the knife will take away so that they know exactly. And if we have to guide them to okay. So just help her hold the. Okay, you can go ahead and eat. 可以吃了。OK， 你帮他赌，你要不要？对啊，帮他。Eat together with the Maggi mee also。哇，你们两个很像很妈妈在喂小孩。Okay, so while Janet and Qi Wei are helping our dear friends who are being such a great sport to come onto our program to do the blind taste test, we are, testing plant-based meat. The first dish is luncheon meat, okay? So it's plant-based luncheon meat versus the real luncheon meat. And actually, we have spiced up the food a little bit. We have cooked it in such a way that it's presented in the Maggi mee. Most of the time, I don't know. Actually, I grew up eating Maggi mee with luncheon meat and cracking an egg inside my, Maggi mee. So, we thought that we do that for a start, okay? And actually, I also want to say hello to our friends. Okay, so okay, they don't have to say anything first. They can take some water, but make sure they get to really eat the luncheon meat. 你们不要一直塞 Maggi mee 进去他们的嘴巴。Remember, they're supposed to eat the luncheon meat and not the Maggi mee and the egg. The luncheon meat is the focus. Wait, they happily finish the noodle, then 那个 luncheon meat 没有吃到。Okay, thank you. So, okay, remember that is A, okay? Now let's have the B. Okay, I think we have to help them. Yeah, so I want to say hi. Hello. Yes. Yeah, for those of you who are joining us on Facebook Live as well as IG, thank you so much for tuning in. Today we are back on our Get It Right program. Basically, on our Get It Right program, we are really curious about everything under the sun, okay? We are always looking around to find out all the fun facts and, debunk myths, and really want to get it right on different topics under the sun. So today we are sharing on plant-based meat versus the real meat. We have 4 dishes that's prepared because you know, plant-based meat has really come a long way. Last year we did an episode just on beef burger alone, and you know, within a short span of less than a year, is a great variety of plant-based meat product. Everything from dumpling to turkey breast to bacon to luncheon meat to siew mai to sausage, even to fish fillet. You know, so as I'm talking, I see that our friends have already finished eating. Okay, I think we don't let them take down the blindfold first, right? Yeah. Okay, maybe we can have Hayden say, do you think A or B is the real luncheon meat? B, ha. Huanxi, do you think A or B is the real luncheon meat? B, right? Okay, so the two of you prepared the answer, right? So is it A or B?
Yeah, yes.
Huh?
Oh, B. Yeah,
lah.
B.
Okay, so thank you so much. You want to take down your blindfold? Ta-da! Okay, so B. Okay, can you share with us what do you think of maybe the first bite into the plant-based luncheon meat, right? Does it taste, without even comparing to the real meat, how does it taste, the plant-based one? Before eating the, okay, Hayden, you want to talk about it? Share.
I think it tastes a bit like those vegetarian things.
Ah, the mock one, right? So it's not that authentic. Yeah, okay. So it's like when you bite into it, you can already feel that it's really not that.
And the luncheon meat is actually a bit soft, so the mock one is actually not as soft.
Ah, okay. This one is softer compared to the mock meat, as in the plant-based one.
No,
The
the
real
actual
one
one
is
is
Softer, yes, yeah. This one is a bit chewy, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. What about Huanxi?
Same,
Same, right? You can
And
taste
the
immediately.
taste is also different.
But do you think it's tasty if you don't compare it with luncheon on its own? Do you enjoy it?
The real luncheon meat is tasty.
Still, right? Okay. Yeah, so that's our verdict. It's actually quite obvious according to Hayden and Huanxi. Basically, luncheon meat. Okay, okay, I'm going to share also. Okay, we have actually prepared, right, the in its original state. I mean, if Huanxi and Hayden would like to taste it again just on its own, maybe they say like, please spare us, we have enough of the meat. But if you don't mind, you want to just taste it, yeah, if you want to taste it, right, actually, we have also just prepared. Okay, maybe we can have a close-up also, you see, actually without, okay, we can put it on the, we can just leave it here. You can see that actually it's quite obvious, behind, okay, sorry, yeah. In terms of the, just now when we were preparing it, if you just directly compare, right, it's quite obvious lah, yeah. But I've also seen, you know, a lot of review, right, that when they do I think they really deep fry it a lot, the plant-based one, and make it into luncheon, what do you call that, luncheon fries, is it? Nowadays in the cafe, spam fries. Yeah, some of them actually say that it tastes as good as the real one. I'm not too sure. Maybe they really deep fry it and then the thickness, you know, is such an extent that it really tastes quite authentic. But I guess, based on the fact that when we are seeing it, it's actually pretty obvious, which is the plant-based and which is real. And in terms of health, whether or not is it really healthy, right, actually we can also share on screen right now. We have prepared the nutrition label. So we can take a quick look on the screen. Yes, okay, if those of you who are looking at the screen itself, right, you can see, I cannot see anything because I'm totally blind without my specs. Okay, even now I cannot see any, I cannot see. Okay, I think there's a great debate really, because whether or not, you know, in the long run, plant-based, is it much healthier? Yeah. Anyway, Hayden and Huanxi, also for your reference, it's interesting to see, you know, because plant-based meat is actually highly processed food. So if you call that healthy, actually it's not that healthy because it's really highly processed. And the thing about, you know, plant-based product is really the sodium level is very, very high. If you look at the plant-based luncheon meat, right, it's almost double close to, it's 400 over mg of sodium as compared to, But interestingly, oh, sorry, this one I have to clarify, because the real luncheon meat, the value is in per 30 grams. So in terms of what is indicated there, we have to times 3 about there. Okay, so it is actually almost quite the same. Okay, but pricing wise, in Singapore, it's still pretty expensive to buy plant-based product. If you look at the so-called the real luncheon meat itself, one can is about $355. The other one is actually $795. So, you know, I also want to share it's this is one of the brand that is being offered. It's actually one of the more popular brand. There are so many brands out there, but Omni Meat is one of the big player right now in terms of variety, and it comes in this pack, and it's actually, so just now when it's $7.95, it's sliced into 7 pieces. Okay, so this is 午餐肉 like that. It's quite interesting. Okay, so yes, this is our first test. That is luncheon meat. Okay, so if any of you who have tried luncheon meat, please give us your comment. Have you tried this? Do you like it? According to Hayden and Huanxi, actually, the taste is very obvious. Actually, once we bite into it, almost can taste immediately that it's actually plant-based. It's not that real meat, right? Yeah. Okay, so the next one we are going to bring out, and we have to clear this, right, is we are gonna do, okay, we have to blindfold them again first before we bring in the food. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay, and we need some help to clear all this. Thank you. Yes. Okay, and 2 more. Okay, and then we are okay. If you need to take some water, maybe we help them with some water as well. Okay, huh? Okay, the next one we are going to have is what?
Sandwich.
Tuna. We are eating sandwich now. Okay, so I think for those of you who have just tuned in, welcome to Get It Right. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Janet.
And we are joined with 2 friends who are so sporting that gladly say yes upon invitation to our live streaming today, and they are Huanxi and Hayden here to help us with our blind taste activity here. Okay, so it's really plant-based meat versus real meat tonight. We have tasted the luncheon meat, and now we are moving on to actually the. Actually, should we tell? Okay, like.
I think this one can.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Take down, right? I think take down.
Take down.
I think take down.
Take down what?
Take down the blindfold. You cannot see.
No. They have to. They must blindfold to eat. I'm so sorry to make you all do this. Okay, so we are making a sandwich. Okay, maybe what we do is, why don't we serve them the A plate first? Okay, I think we have to help them. Okay, ladies, if you don't mind, you can just pick up we have cut into half. You can use your hand to just pick up the sandwich, and then later, yeah. Okay, 慢慢。可以慢慢吃。我看你们吃，我在吞口水，我肚子很饿嘞。我还没有吃晚餐。Very hungry. Yay! Hi, for those of you who are joining us, Facebook and IG. IG is it? Yes. Okay, good. Yay! Welcome. Okay, we are doing the great blind taste test. Is plant-based meat versus the real meat. Okay. And we have just moved on to our second dish. We have prepared this sandwich for them. Earlier we did the luncheon meat. Okay. So now our dear friends, Huanxi and Hayden, they are now helping us to taste this tuna sandwich. Okay. So that is actually plate A. Sorry. Okay, slowly. I think the fork is also hungry. That's why, they are signaling us. Maybe we have to change one fork or wash the fork. Thank you. Okay, so slowly. Next, we will give them another plate. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna say. Yes. So, this is actually tuna, and we have actually prepared it, in a sandwich form. Add some slices of cucumber as well, and we have our guests, trying to actually, have a taste.
What did you say? 呀，吃，
真的，你说我看你吃，我很饿，我现在在流口水，你不要这样折磨我们了。 那我们前面有另外一个在做 production 的，现在吃 Maggie mee。Very hungry actually, yeah. Like my saliva keep like I have to keep swallowing my saliva.
Personally, I feel that this episode GIR is the most interesting one.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
food looks very delicious.
But then we don't get to taste it.
Yeah,
Yeah, why did we design such a way? The last time the burger, the two of us still eat. Like now we don't. We only see and smell. We don't even eat it. Yeah. Yes. I think we have extra. Later we're all gonna taste it. Okay. Yeah. Eat slowly. Don't worry. Okay. Enjoy your food. Yeah. We can continue. Hayden, you have to wait until 1 hour later because he is enjoying. No lah, just kidding. Oh, later you continue. So don't worry. Yeah, you should continue. Okay. Yeah. So what's gonna happen is we are gonna ask them, but yeah. Please later on, right? You can just enjoy your food also. Yeah, don't if you feel want to. Okay, we have to ask Fancy and Hayden, right? Which do you think is the real one, A or B? Okay lah.
It's real.
A is real, is it?
It's real,
Okay,
yes.
so we take down the blindfold. Yeah. Thank you so much again for doing that.
Maybe
Okay,
what's the answer?
what's the answer?
It is
Oh,
real.
it's
It
real.
is real.
Okay, so you want to actually share with us. 因为我们现在在吞口水，
Yeah,
没有在
no,
吃。What is the first impression of the plant-based one?
Actually, the taste you can tell.
Even
You
though
can
we
tell.
mix already.
Yeah, we mix. Actually, we mix with mayo lah. Yeah, we
You
mix
can
with
tell.
mayonnaise.
I don't know, it tastes like the vegetarian. food,
Ah,
like,
okay. So it tastes like the mock
Still
meat also, right? Yeah. And is it also like a slightly more like chewy? Hey, please go ahead and eat it. You know, yeah. Because the food is prepared for you, so you can eat and talk at the same time. So it's pretty obvious. But do you think it's tasty? Like, would you go and buy
It's a
that as a
vegetarian.
okay? It's pretty
Like
tasty, is it?
Okay lah.
Okay lah.
It's still can acceptable.
Acceptable, yeah. Okay, so for those of you who are watching us, have you actually tried the plant-based tuna as well? If you have, you want to share your experience. Actually, yeah, according to Hayden and Hansi, both of them feel that it's pretty obvious. Okay, if you just compare it directly, you can taste it quite obviously. It's plant-based, but the taste is pretty tasty, right? I mean, of course now we mix it with mayo and then we put it in the bread and all. And yeah, it's actually quite interesting when I bought it, right? So basically, oh my god, yeah. Okay, so this is actually the tuna. This is also by Omni Meat. Okay, let's look at enjoy our food. Don't worry. We want to also talk about the nutrition label for this one. Let's have the nutrition label. Okay, so what we are seeing here again. Okay, this is apple to apple
is per 100 gram.
Okay.
So look at that.
In terms of sodium,
again, you can see that it's almost
double.
Sodium is so high. The plant-based one is 482 mg of sodium. In terms of calories, right, it's slightly just teeny slightly lesser only
than the real one. Is 165 calories per 100 gram for the plant-based, and for the real one is 181. So not much of a difference. And the real tuna is.
And of course, the plant-based will always have a slight amount of fiber because it's plant-based, So yeah, but for the real one, of course, you're not getting the fiber in there. And fats also, we have to be wary of the fats as well. The plant-based one is a slight, higher. And also plant-based will end up in terms of carbs. In this case, it's a slightly more higher in terms of carbs content. I mean, you would have maybe potato and soya products and stuff. Whereas, of course, if you compare to the real tuna, you have 0 carbs in there. Okay. So, and cost-wise, it's also much higher. It's 400 $4.95 for 1 can of plant-based and $2.85. Okay, so so this is actually how the plant-based tuna can looks like. It's again by the of course I think I'm sure there are other brands, but this is offered by the Omni Meat brand as well. Okay, so pretty interesting. Okay, so we have finished our blind taste round 2. Okay, thank you once again to Fancy and Hayden. Okay, now we are going to move on to our third dish. Okay, again we need to clear our dishes and we have to blindfold them again. Sorry, ladies, sorry for doing this. I hope you are enjoying the food. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So for those of you who have just joined us, welcome to Get It Right. Okay, on this episode, we are today doing this great blind taste test, okay, on plant-based meat versus the real meat. Yeah, so, have you been eating a lot more plant-based meat in recent years?
I haven't actually ever seen the beef burger episode. Because actually
I'm pretty wary of the sodium level. To me, it's really quite saltish. And but for those of you who have experienced, if you like it or don't like it, can you share with us which are the plant-based meat products that you have tasted? And just feel free to. We would love to hear from you on your comments. Okay. So moving on. Okay, we have the next one, which is siew mai. Okay, so this siew mai, right? Actually, ladies, would you like any like tomato sauce to go with your siew mai? No need, is it plain? Okay, good. Just offering, yeah. In case usually the restaurant they always ask like that. Any condiments to go with, yeah. So okay, so we are going to let them taste A first, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so this is actually the siew mai. We should also zoom in to really have a look at how the siew mai look for both plate. Yeah. Yes, okay. So, like we have found out, right? There are so many plant-based products in just within the short 2 years itself, and so many brands. Really everything from bacon to siew mai to luncheon meat to turkey breast to bacon, chicken fillet, fish fillet, chicken nugget. Okay, you name it, they all have it. Almost everything. And if you walk into the major restaurant and cafe, all of them actually serve out very interesting plant-based meat dishes also. Okay, so that is actually A. Shall we let them? Would you all need some water? Okay. Okay, so we are now tasting our third dish, which is the siew mai. Okay, yeah. So thank you for tuning in on our IG as well as our Facebook. Okay, yeah, really tasting and getting very hungry now while our guests enjoy their food. Okay, yeah, really very hungry. Yeah, like we keep swallowing our saliva. Yeah, and while they enjoy the food, but it's still very fun. Yeah, I think they are feeling relaxed, and we hope that you also enjoy. I'm so sorry, I don't mean to make our guests choke on our show. I hope you are enjoying yourself and tasting tissue. Yes, in case, yeah, please enjoy. If you want to eat more, go ahead. Okay, yeah. So slowly, we are not in a rush. Okay, just slowly enjoy the food. Yeah. And I think for siew mai, because we can't think of any other way. I mean, siew mai is eaten. I mean, siew mai usually, you go dim sum, right? And then you dip it into chili sauce or tomato sauce. And then, one of our favorite dim sum dishes, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I let the ladies slowly. Hayden, take your time. Don't rush. If you need some water, go ahead. Yeah. Anybody tried the plant-based siew mai before? If you have, would you like to share with us? How do you feel? Yeah. So this is the first time that we are actually also, seeing the plant-based siew mai itself. Yes. Okay. So I think we have our friends who already finished tasting. Would you like to share with us which is the real siew mai? Yeah.
Also the taste.
B, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so B I think is the correct one, right?
Yes.
I think you can bring it down.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you see the difference between the two. Okay. Again, I think obviously because you immediately you can say is it the same? How is the texture in terms of this?
It's a bit more chewy.
So it tends to be really
Yeah, the
it's
plant-based
still
are still
very
more chewy.
pretty chewy, right? But taste, do you like it? Is it tasty?
I like the real.
You prefer the real one?
the real
Okay. Actually, the plant-based one, is it also much saltier?
I think the real one is
Interesting. Okay, so this one is not too bad. With our audiences, if you are curious and you want to buy, this one is a okay. And interestingly, yeah, calories, right, is actually much lesser, right? Plant-based 161. The real one is 328 per 100 gram. Okay, and in terms of protein, yeah, it's about a 3 gram difference. Okay, so the plant-based one is lower in protein level as compared to our real siew mai. Okay, and of course, something to watch out here is our fat is much reduced in terms of fats level because the protein, the plant-based one is only 6.5 per 100 gram, okay, but the real one is 27.3. Yeah, 很肥哦。And actually, I don't know why this one in terms of fiber, maybe it's how this brand of real siew mai is being made lah, because the fiber content is actually also much higher than the plant-based one. Okay, so interesting to know, it's very consistent in terms of sodium level, is really always much higher. That's why there's so much debate going on that the plant-based product is really not necessarily any healthier because it's it's still a processed food, ultra processed food, and sodium level is very, very high. Okay, so this is our third dish, and we are moving on now to our last. Would you like to finish it? I mean, if you all enjoy, you want to continue? You can, yeah. If you 可以吃，有时候我们就会继续吞口水咯。你在吃的时候，我们就这样子。Yeah, but you please feel free don't yeah， 不要客气啊。Okay, so slowly enjoy your food while we bring in our last. Okay, don't bring in the last. Sorry, 不要吓到你们。Sorry, I just slowly enjoy and then we'll blindfold them and we will, but still, yeah, slowly enjoy your food first. So for those of you who have just tuned in, we are really enjoying ourselves tonight. We are doing this blind taste test, okay? Plant-based meat versus the real meat on Get It Right, okay? So, yeah, we're talking about how plant-based meat really evolved so much in the last 2 years. Yeah, so many great variety, but really in terms of health, nutrition value, is it much healthier? It's really up to debate, okay? Because no matter what, it's still ultra processed food and sodium level is very, very high. This one, lagi bring in only, I really, even the 口水流 even more like that. Yeah. Wow, this one, it's like walk into IKEA and then every time you go IKEA, you buy this right over the counter. Okay, we have a zoom in. So, Huanxi and Hayden, the last dish that we have prepared for you is actually sausage bun. Okay, so again, we didn't want to just really, we have pan fry it a little bit, and but usually when we look at sausage, we kind of throw it into the bun itself lah. Okay, so and then we added a little bit of tomato as well as mustard, okay, in it. So 我讲我流很多口水，我一直 pronounce 不出来那个字。Okay, so we're gonna go right into the tasting now. We're gonna serve up our plate A. Okay. 这个如果 you don't mind， 你也是可以用手 but careful of the sauce, or we better help them, or you want to Janet, you want to help her? Don't touch. Yeah. 对，这个是你的意思。那个配好我会拿。Okay, so if any of you who are watching, have you tried any of the plant-based sausage or hot dog? If you have, can you share with us? Do you like it? How do you? Oh, okay. I hear them immediately say that, wow, it's very obvious. They are like one bite, they can already tell. Okay, so I will let them slowly enjoy the food. Just, yeah, slowly. You see, over at on our program, we always make sure our guests are well fed. So for those of you who are tuning in,
you know, if you really enjoy food, we love for you to come and join us on Get It Right. Okay, we'll make sure that we will serve you and we will 喂到你饱饱饱才给你回家。哇 Hayden, you really look like you're enjoying yourself. You make sure you are torturing us, Hayden. Sorry, 开玩笑。Slowly, okay. 不用急 okay. So yeah, okay, yeah, you can finish it later. So I think we put it aside first, and then we are going to serve up the next one. Okay, so slowly, 你们喝水就喝水先 okay? So while our guests Hayden and Huanxi are here, you know, doing the test, yeah, I want to take the opportunity to again welcome all our friends, those of you who have just tuned in, welcome to Get It Right, okay? Yeah, we really enjoy, presenting this Get It Right show to all of you, and we really hope that you are enjoying our show as well. I think that's the fun of it. We just they can eat, you know, while we talk. Yeah, that's the purpose, because they can talk and they can eat, and then you know I will just continue to engage with our friends in front of us. So yeah, we are really enjoying our show, and I think that's the whole purpose. We're just having fun, and we hope that you will have lots of fun and laughter. You know, joining us on Get It Right program. We really. Mustard 太多哈。Okay, complain to the kitchen. Mustard is 客人 complain 了，那个 mustard 放太多啊，那 kitchen 要等下要送voucher 给他们，promotion voucher 下次来要50% off complain 了Okay, so 没有呛到是吗？那个 mustard. Okay, so yeah, I'll let them slowly enjoy the food first while they savor and. Yeah, so yeah, we're just having fun here because we're talking about, we found out from our last episode, last July, you know, where we started off with plant-based burger, and actually on the burger itself, it's so difficult to tell what is real and what is plant-based, most of the burger, because we bought quite a few different sauces. And in fact, when we look at the beef patty itself, remember Janet, we even see when you cut it, right, there's so-called it was bleeding, the juice, yeah. It is so sophisticated in terms of the science and technology and the genetic engineering behind all the plant-based food, you know, that's presented now. Super amazing. You should go and, you know, watch a video on how they make the plant-based meat. And in Singapore, you know, we are serving up, you know, lots of options. And I know that Singapore, a lot of companies are also investing a huge amount into the plant-based product. Okay, yeah. So I think Huanxi and Hayden, you know, they have finished testing. Before they take down their blindfold, could you tell us which is the real one, A or B?
Ooh, interesting. Okay, Hayden say none is real, I think you're eating very confused already. That's the purpose for just now. Yeah, it's the mustard, it's the mustard. Okay, kitchen did a good job. Mustard is yeah, good amount to confuse our people. Okay, so Hayden say none. Huanxi actually B, feel is B, right?
B is the real one,
B is the real one,
B is the real one.
Okay, interesting. So, should we? Okay, let me just you want to give you last chance? Anybody want to change your mind?
Okay, so Hayden, no, Huanxi, you say B, right? B is the real one. Hayden, 你讲 none is real, Okay. So
it's okay. You say maybe Hayden's answer is correct. Yeah, maybe Hayden's answer is
exactly.
correct.
Okay. So we shall let them take down the blindfold already. They have the blindfold. Okay. And let them take a look at the difference. 太迟了。Okay, so actually what is the correct? Which is the real one?
A is the real one.
A is the real one.
I'm surprised. So you compare A and B, 你是觉得 B 它 taste 比较像？这个很 plastic
这个 OK， 那个 brand 我们就不要 review 了，那个 packaging 那个 real 的我们已经丢掉了，review. It's interesting, I guess, because also I think firstly, I think in terms of sausage, both are equally. It's processed food, isn't it? So what we are looking at is really in terms of the texture and the taste. But it's really interesting that Huanxi didn't get it correct, right? And Hayden actually said that both are also real. So it's very interesting that but which one do you prefer? Actually, in terms of taste, 你比较喜欢吃的一个？如果你都不喜欢的 ，OK， 为什么？觉得太过
plastic 咯，
很 plastic 哈？OK， 很 plastic。Then Hayden 呢？你有没有 Do you like any?
Japanese sausage is like very hard.
Oh.
And then this one is too soft.
Oh, too soft 哈。
This one too hard. This one too soft.
OK，but 咸度呢？有没有说很咸还是什么？
covered by mustard.
Okay, again,
The mustard is overpowering until cannot even taste that it's salty. Okay.
Mustard.
You like the mustard? Different taste, okay, yeah. So very interesting. Okay, so our last taste test was actually on sausages. And in fact, both Huanxi and Hayden didn't manage to get it right. In fact, Hayden was like kind of saying that both are not real. And then, Huanxi was going actually for the plant-based one, saying that it's real. It's pretty interesting. Okay, again, because we ourselves have not tasted it, so I just want to share. This is another brand, that we managed to buy. So this is the plant-based version. Okay, it's actually a very mini packet lah. It's a pack of 4. And if we can actually also let's continue to if you want to please continue to eat it. So can we have the nutrition value label up on our screen right now? Yes, let's take a look. And unfortunately, the sodium I'm not able to compare because it don't have the relevant information for the plant-based one. Okay, but you can take a look at the rest of the information. Is actually in terms of protein, right? The plant-based is 14 grams and real sausage is 17.2. So the real one is offering higher protein level, of course. Yeah. But again, plant-based being plant-based, offering that 5.5 grams of fiber, right? Yeah, compared to the real one, which is 1.3. And fats itself, the real sausage is actually much higher. For this one, it's 18.8 grams compared to the real, the plant-based one at 13. And carbs, interestingly, also the real one is much higher, 10.3. Okay, and calories. Calories itself, the real sausage is actually higher in calories than the plant-based one. Okay, so for those of you who we would still love to hear from you if you have tried any plant-based meat in recently or in the past year. Can you also share with us what is the reason for buying plant-based products now, and also do you actually like it? Actually, Hansi and Hayden, sorry, I forgot to ask whether have you tried any plant-based product before this? Vegetarian, more of that means the traditional vegetarian, like the mock meat kind, like not the plant-based, the new engineered one. Okay, I would highly recommend if you are interested in the plant-based burger. They really make super authentic. You really can't tell that is like it's really a fake meat, as in it's plant-based, because it's really juicy and it's very tasty. The burgers are really nice. So I mean, for this one, because the burgers we bought straight from the cafe and the restaurant previously, we didn't cook it over here. It's all frozen food, so we kind of prepared at our loft here, and then we sanded it. So I guess we also couldn't make it as tasty as possible. We tried our best lah. Okay, so but we must give a round of applause to our friends who helped to prepare. So yes, and really, I really hope that but moving forward, right? Do you think after tasting today, it's only a small sample, would you be interested to go and try plant-based product besides the burger that I'm sharing with you? Like, what's the reason actually? You think? Just share your opinion.
Not really special.
Not really special. And of course, the price difference is a lot. And I think especially in terms of sodium, to me, the sodium level is very high. What about you, Hayden? Would you be interested? I mean, after tasting today, would you be curious to want to go and?
I will still try, but I'm not like super hyped.
Like you won't like specially go and look for plant-based food, right? I think it's the same of us. I don't know, you ladies there.
Maybe I will go to the one that you mentioned.
The burger.
The burger.
Oh, the one that I mentioned at Vivo City.
Maybe I want to go and just try.
The environment is very, very nice. It's on level 1. Very beautifully done up a cafe. The whole cafe is plant-based product. And serve out a great variety from Asian cuisine to Western food. Jiwei, do you think you will?
Yeah, recently I
Curious.
just tried like,
Oh.
the burger.
The burger, yeah.
burger,
Do you like it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Yeah. The
It's
burger is
really,
really. My kids, they actually prefer when actually I ordered, right. I didn't tell them which is which. They couldn't tell, and they did tell me. I went to one at Marina Bay Sands. They really tell me that they actually prefer the plant-based burger than the real beef burger. That was how good it was, lah. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, we really want to thank Fancy and Hayden for joining us today on our Get It Right program. Okay. So we hope that you have enjoyed yourself and also learn a little bit of stuff as much as we ourselves, and also learn quite a few facts about the plant-based food variety here that's offered in Singapore. Again, we did a blind test. It's plant-based meat versus the real meat. And yes, if you would like to, head out and go on to try, because like we say, is really a great variety from supermarket offering all the way to restaurant, to cafe. You can get to taste all sorts of variety for plant-based meat now. It's just that to know price is still a little bit pricey at this point of time because it's still not that appeal mass reach. Okay, so thank you once again for tuning in to Get It Right. Yes, okay, so we are all facing the camera, and why don't we just say bye-bye to everyone who's watching. Thank you once again, Hayden and Mercy, for being such a great sport and joining us. Yay, bye-bye.